This is Mark, who's never been married. He says he's outgoing, dynamic, and honest. We showed him videotapes of these 3 single women, and he picked one as his date. Which one did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is JW. He says he doesn't like loud women. Which one of these women did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you, everybody. You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States. So here on Love Connection, we've got a new way for singles to meet, and here's how it works. We've compiled a video library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We select some of those singles, and we show them 3 videotapes. Now, after they watch the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and tell us what happened on their date. So to begin, let's meet a man who selected a date from our video library. He was raised in Miami, and he says he used to be an introvert. Please welcome Mark Sanders. Hey, Mark. How are you? Good to see you. Used to be an introvert. What are you now?
I'm an extrovert. Actually, I'm a combination of both. I'm kind of a multi-dimensional Renaissance person.
I got you. Okay. How does this affect your relationship with women? Is it better now?
Yes, it is. In fact, in dealing with relationships, there's 3 parts to relationships. And it's very important. In fact, people consider relationships, there's a factor called rejection. There's no rejection in a relationship if 3 things are not there, essentially. That's chemical, compatibility, and timing.
Mark, you sound so analytical. I mean, gee. Well, now that we know all that about you, okay?
Yes.
And based on Mark's preferences, he was shown videotapes and questionnaires of 3 women. Now, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes he saw. Now, you in the audience, and you at home, too, watch very closely because we're going to ask you to pick the woman that you think is best for Mark. First, there was Penny. Now, she's from Pennsylvania. Says she'll try anything once, and she recently learned something about herself.
I find that people tend to see me in a different light than I usually see myself. And I was always told that I came on really strong, and I never understood that until I met another individual that came on really strong. And I said, that's what they mean.
Next, there was Bonnie. Now, she was raised in California. She loves the theater, says she's a hopeless romantic.
I'm really the type of person that likes to be approached. I will see somebody and think, well, he's really good looking, but I'm not that liberated to go up to him and say, you know, how about a drink or something. I like to be pursued.
And finally, there was Rochelle. Now, she's from Milwaukee. She likes camping and hiking. And here's what she says about dating.
Well, it seems to sort of come in spurts, and like I'll have a dry spell for a couple of weeks, and then I'll have a couple of weeks where I go out 3-4 times a week. Right now I'm sort of on a low, but I'm trying not to let it get to me.
Okay, now Mark selected one of these women for his date, and before he tells us who he chose, we're going to show you all 3 women again, okay? First, there was Penny. Now, she's a 33-year-old video game designer. Then there was Bonnie, a 27-year-old literary assistant. Finally, Rochelle. She's a 28-year-old medical secretary. Okay? Audience, it's time for your voting machines. You met Mark. You've seen his choices. Who do you think is the best for Mark? Okay, here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice now. We're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to find out who Mark selected and everything that happened on his date. Okay? We're going to come right back at you. Just a minute. Okay, we're back now. In a little while, we'll find out who the audience picked, but right now, Mark, who did you select?
Definitely Penny.
Yeah. Okay, now on Love Connections, we get both sides of the story. We ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date, and we keep them apart so that they'll be less inhibited about telling their story. Now, Penny's backstage, so let's say hello to Penny Ramsey. Hi, Penny.
Hello.
How are you, hon?
Thank you. How are you?
Good. Penny, I'm going to come back and talk to you in just a minute, but let me ask Mark something, okay? Mark, why did you pick her?
I found her to be very bright, intelligent, good-looking, sensitive, basically.
Okay, good. Penny,
Yes?
what was your first impression of Mark?
It was really interesting. He was, when he called, it was a lot of fun talking to him. We talked for about 2 hours, and then we met at the Redondo Beach Library, where he showed me his stomach, and he came on just a little bit strong.
What? Oh. Why did you show her your stomach?
Well, in her specification in her report. She wanted to have somebody with a flat stomach.
Oh, yours is pretty flat.
Yeah, I showed it.
But did it meet your specifications, Penny?
It was just perfect. I think a couple other people in the library enjoyed it too.
No, he said he got a little pushy. What was that?
Mark came on just a little bit strong. He was very affectionate and cuddly. And for just meeting him, I kind of like to get to know someone a little bit better before I... But we got the ground rules laid out and everything was fine.
Yep. Okay, Penny. Mark, tell us about your date. How'd it go?
It turned out really nice. I picked up her about 10:35 in the morning. I sang, good morning, good morning. I picked her up.
Did you really?
Yes.
What did you think about somebody picking you up and singing to you?
That was one of the most unique ways I've ever been picked up in my life.
Thank you very much. I agree with that. What else?
Then we went to a place called Glen Ivy Mud Bath. We had mud baths.
This was your date, a mud bath? Mm-hmm. Penny, what did you think about going to a mud bath for a date?
I found it really fascinating.
I do too.
When he first mentioned it, I thought, well, if nothing else, it'll be a very relaxing date. And as it turned out, it was really a great afternoon.
Good. What happened?
Well, we went to the mud baths.
Yeah.
I threw mud at her and all over her body.
Now, let's understand. You were in your clothes, or
in a bathing suit. Of course. After you put the mud on, you go outside, you dry off, and your whole face and body is cracking.
What happened then?
Then we went to the jacuzzi, the hot spring. Then we went for a beautiful massage.
Gee, that sounds fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
But Mark talked to the girl, and instead of just getting a partial massage, Mark got an entire massage, and I ended up having to wait an extra 10 or 15 minutes until he got his entire massage.
And it was great.
Okay, folks. How did the date end?
We went to her place, and we read auras against the walls.
What is that?
It's basically dealing with reading. You're reading the spiritual existence of yourself. You go against a blank wall, one person. There's a light hitting you, and the other person is looking at the person. You can actually see the changes through the person's face. You can actually see different spiritual going.
Penny, have you done this before?
I've done it a couple of times.
You've read auras.
And the experience, well, actually, it was my idea. The experience was really unique.
Why haven't I read auras before?
You want to come up and read auras?
I thought I was special.
Huh. Well, no, I'm sure you are. I want to see who the audience chose. Aren't you kind of curious to see who they chose?
Yes, I am.
So am I. Penny, here we go. We're going to take a look. Who did the audience choose? All right, 58%. Here's the deal now. If the audience picks Penny and you follow our advice, then you can take Penny out again if you'd like, and we'll pick up the tab. Would you like to do that?
Very much.
Penny, would you like to do that?
I'd really enjoy that. Thank
Well,
you.
why don't you come out and come with us, okay? Come on, Penny. Here's your date. Whoa. Listen, I want you guys to have a great time together. We have some nice parting gifts for you. Thank you very much for being on the show. You're delightful. Thank you. We're going to come right back with another couple in just a minute. See you. Back to Love Connection. Now, this time we're going to meet a man who chose a date from our video library. He was raised in Los Angeles. He's into sports, and he takes the chauvinistic approach to dating. Please welcome J.W. Cheatham. Let's call you J.W.?
My name.
All right, sit down, J.W. J.W. A lot of eyebrows went up out there. What do you mean, a chauvinistic approach to dating?
I just mean on the first date, I like to organize it, get it together, and find out what the person's about, because that's the only thing you have to go on.
Have you ever had any trouble with liberated women?
Why would I have trouble with liberating women?
I don't know, J.W. This is your story. I don't know.
No, there wouldn't be any trouble because basically you have to get the feel of that person. You have to know what they're about a little. So they don't mind if they ask me out, I'd go along with the date. So
J.W., you don't sound like a chauvinist to me. Are you really a chauvinist?
It's only it's not a hardcore chauvinist.
Soft-core chauvinist,
There you
J.W.
go.
There
You
we
got
go.
it.
Okay, now we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that J.W. saw. Now pay attention because we're going to ask you to vote again, okay? First there was Jill. Now she was raised in Los Angeles, enjoys reading, and here's what happens when she tries to change her image.
I did that once, and I put on something slinky, and I left my glasses at home, and I was very nervous and very excited. I had on this strapless dress and a shawl, And as I stepped out of the car, I stepped on my dress, and I didn't realize it because I was blind as a bat, and my dress was down to my waist. And that was the beginning of the date.
Next there was Cheryl. She's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She plays soccer and has some plans for the future.
10 years from now, I'm going to be teaching dance in some little town in Alabama. And I'm going to live on a farm and have chickens and 6 children.
Alrighty, and finally you watch Diane. Now she's from Washington, D.C., enjoys home cooking, and here's what she looks for in a man.
What attracts me to a guy is initially physical characteristics, specifically being I like a man's behind and the way he fits his pants, slacks. I like nice thighs.
Okay, now before we find out who J.W. chose as his date, let's see all 3 of those women again, okay? First there was Jill. She's a 35-year-old administrative assistant. Then there was Cheryl. She's an exercise instructor, and she's 23. Finally, Diane. She's 33 and works as a secretary. Okay, audience, time to vote again. Now, who do you think is the best lady for J.W.? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now. Okay, J.W., who did you choose?
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Okay. On Love Connection, since we always get both sides of the story, Cheryl's backstage, so let's say hello to Cheryl Blevin. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
What was your first impression? Since you've never seen J.W. before, and it's really kind of your blind date, what did you think of him the first time you saw him?
He was interesting.
Interesting. Want to elaborate on that?
Well, probably not right now.
Oh, okay. J.W., tell us what happened on your date, okay?
I go to her house and pick her up. I guess I didn't like the fact that she left me in the living room a little while by myself.
Anything to add to that?
Well, for one thing, he was late. He's lucky I let him in the living room.
Lucky. Just jump in anytime, Cheryl. What happened next, J.W.?
So we're on our way to dinner. I was trying to talk to her, and I don't know, maybe she's a bit sensitive or something, or shy. So, you know, get in a position where, you know, I didn't know how to make her talk to me. So, you know, I start with my jokes, and they're not that good, I'll tell you that.
No, they weren't that good.
We get to the restaurant, and it's a restaurant where I've gone to a few times.
But he said that this was his first time going there ever. We got there, he was friends with the head waiter and everything. Well, not the head waiter, but the waiter. He was friends
Why
with
would
his
that make sense if I hadn't been there and then the head waiter knows me? I mean, that wouldn't make sense to tell her that I hadn't been there, would it now?
It didn't, but you did that, didn't you?
Well, I guess that doesn't follow a logical sequence. But anyway, continuing on,
Yes.
you interrupt anytime you like, Cheryl. We finally got our table. And, you know, like they give you a little stat sheet on the person before you pick them up. And she didn't smoke and she didn't drink. And I can appreciate that. I mean, I really like that. But when we sat down to the table, she wanted to order something to drink. And I asked her about it, but I don't mind because I have an occasional wine myself.
I asked him if he knew like a nice before dinner drink because obviously we're going to have to wait a while. And he suggested this nice little champagne and something drink. But I mean,
Did you have it?
Yeah,
Did
he
you
had
like
3 of them. You
Oh.
know, so.
Okay, what happened?
So we're at an Italian restaurant.
Right, yeah.
And this restaurant has great pasta.
Great pasta.
She does not order pasta.
No pasta for her.
She orders a steak. There's a point I'm trying to make
Okay.
here. She
Make
ordered
it.
steak. The steak was the most expensive thing on the menu.
Oh!
You see how money conscious he is?
So what happens after this? Now,
She got the steak. I ordered steak also just because I'm trying to be reasonably
Yes.
cordial during this whole thing.
What happened?
During this ordeal. And she orders the steak, and she only ate about a quarter of it. So why is that if she likes steak so much? I don't
It has
agree
a
with
lot to
wasting
do with who
food.
you're eating with.
What happened next?
Whatever.
Come on.
She made some comment about she had to call her friend later, so I said that's my out also, so I took her home.
Sound like you guys didn't have a very good date, huh? How did it actually end?
I jumped
was
out
gonna
of the car, jumped onto the porch, and ran into the house.
Now, that's pretty silly. That's pretty silly. I think she's very naive, and she just didn't know how to react on a date. That's my personal opinion.
Well, we've heard what happened on the...
Oh, honey, there's so much I could
We've
say.
heard what
I was
happened on the
trying
date.
to
Let's
be
see how the
nice.
audience voted. Okay, let's see who they picked. I'd kind of be interested, wouldn't you? Let's see. Okay, they picked. Wait a
Let me
minute.
tell you
Wait.
something.
Is there anything in the world that would allow you to go out with Cheryl one more time?
I don't know. See, I mean, that was the first
Sure you know.
experience. No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know.
Because
Okay.
I'm a pretty
I
even-tempered
know.
person.
No way, Jose.
Okay. I think it's time to call a truce here. Cheryl, honey, thank you very much for being
Thank
on
you.
Love Connection and sharing your side of the story with us. We have a nice gift for you, and hopefully we'll see you soon again, okay?
Okay.
JW, it doesn't always work out.
I realize
We
that.
try to do our part. And thanks for being on Love Connection. We have a nice gift for you as well. We're going to take a break, and when we return, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. We'll be right back right after this message.
Stay tuned for more of Love Connection.
Our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 men. And rather than choose her own date, she's agreed to let our audience decide who she should go out with. Let's meet her now, okay? She's from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. She likes scuba diving. She always gets nervous before her first date. And she doesn't like bald men. Please welcome Janice Conley. Janice? Janice, you ever gone out with a bald man? Speaking of bald-headed men,
Not really, no.
why aren't they appealing to you? Why is that?
Well-
Is it age, or is it just the way they look, or what?
I just would prefer to go out with someone who has a full head of hair. To me, it's more attractive.
Run your fingers through.
Yeah,
it.
right.
You ever been married before?
No, never.
You've never been married. You're not avoiding marriage.
No, I just haven't met that right person.
What kind of
per
men do you
se.
like? What are you looking for?
I kind of like macho men, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. I like guys who have nice physique and nice head of hair and nice face, personality, sense of humor. That's all. That's all.
That's not too much to ask.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do something here. We're going to show the audience pieces of tapes that Janet saw. Okay. Now remember, she's agreed to let the audience decide which one she should date. So watch very carefully. Okay. First there was Dean. He's from Colorado. He likes roller skating and skydiving, and he tells us what women find attractive about him.
It's usually my voice, which is, they usually find that attractive. My sense of humor, my personality, much more. Used to be my physical attributions, but that's, I don't know, that's changed over the years.
And then there was David. Now, David was raised in California. He likes to surf and play soccer. He speaks 6 languages. And here's what he has to say.
Being a rock singer on the road, yeah, I get approached a lot. And every once in a while, to my everlasting enjoyment, thrill, flattery, whatever, it happens in town. And that's great. I'm getting tired of having to make the first move all the time. It's great to find someone where I, if I'm wondering, gee, would she want to or not, who has already answered that question by asking me.
Finally, there is Leif. Now, he's from Sweden, but he prefers American women. Says he's a good kisser, and he's not too modest.
Because I'm a creative genius. I write, I act, I sing, I play guitar. I'm a real human being. I'm great to know, and I'm just an all-around great guy. And modesty has to be probably the most important thing about my makeup.
Okay, audience, before you decide who Janice should go out with, let's show you all 3 one more time, okay? First, there was Dean. Now, he's 26, and he's a bartender. Then David, he's a rock singer, and he's 28. And finally, Modest Leif, he's a 28-year-old musician. Okay, decision time. Which one of these 3 men will be best for Janice? That's what we're asking you. Make your choice right now, okay? How you doing, Janice? The audience vote's been tabulated. You want to find out? You ready?
I'm ready.
Take a look. This is David, the rock singer.
Yeah,
Kind of a cute guy with a blue T-shirt on.
Right.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
He's kind of nice,
that's
huh?
nice.
Okay. What do you think you're going to like to do on your date?
I'd like to do something really different.
What would you like to do?
nude skydiving or something like
Nude skydiving? That's definitely
right?
different. That certainly is. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Let us know as soon as you can how your date
Okay.
turned out, okay?
I will do that.
And you come back and share it with us, huh?
that. Okay, great.
Yeah, okay. Listen, that's our show today, and because we believe romance needs all the help we can get, we're going to come back tomorrow with singles trying to make more love connections. We'll see you then. I'm Chuck Woolery.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Jovan Musk. Drop for drop, Jovan Musk has brought more men and women together than any other fragrance in history. Try it today and see for yourself. Jovan Musk. Or a tote bag from Pan American World Airways. Across the country and around the world, serving 6 continents, 47 countries, and over 110 cities. Pan Am, you can't beat the experience. Or Litton Microwave Cookware, featuring the 8-piece cook and serve set, which stacks compactly for storage. Plus 2-quart clay simmer pot from Litton. Or Univac dual-purpose quart unbreakable stainless steel thermos. Wide mouth for foods, narrow neck for beverages. Available with tote bags from Univac. This is Rob Roddy speaking for Love Connection.